All right, so let us continue looking at part 2. In this part 2, we are going to look the switch case and why do we need a switch case. So, and where do we use this switch case? So let me see if it's being shared. And I would like to remind you that if you have not get a time or chance to click the notification bell where you can see the upload, I'm not sure if it will be, if I find a time to upload often and often. So. Pardon me? Yeah, he got the job. Can I go back to you can find the link. I have shared the link for the first part. You find the first part, I've shared the link. Please, if you want to pause and go, you can, it will be easy for you. So you can find the link in the chat, inside the, in the chat, you will find it. So let's now look to the next part here, which is called the case statement, control statement. So why do we need a case control statement? Where is it being used? And what will help us to do? So case statement, this one I say case. The case statement, this one which we have here, what happened? Helps to evaluate multiple, what do you call, this is multiple condition, right? So we have multiple conditions, so we need to evaluate them. For example, I may give an example here where we can use, for example, where the case will be used. So, for example, you are given, there's a system which used, for example, take an example of ATM machine. ATM machine, right? In ATM machine, I want you to give me the way ATM machine works. Let's say you want, you are in need of money. What procedures do you do? Or what steps do you make to go and withdraw the money? Okay, you have the card, you go, insert. What is next? You select the language, correct. Select the language. The first you enter the PIN, right? Okay, you enter the PIN. Next. Language. Next. Deposit or inquiry, so you can do that. All these steps which you have there, these are the case. If case 1, withdraw. If case 2, deposit. If case 3, check. If there's no case, exit. Okay? Those are the cases. So we have multiple conditions. So we need to check which one is best or which do you want to take. That's called the case statement. So instead of using like if else we can have a nested if else. If else not, if else, if else, if. Those are called the nested if. Instead of using nested if, we use the case of what? Case switch. Very well. So now for the case of ATM here, I mentioned that you can, let's say you can say case 1. If the case is 1, withdraw, right? You can withdraw, right? Let's say it is a withdraw. All right, withdraw, let's say withdraw, or you deposit. If the case is 2, let's say case is 2, deposit. Case is 3, let's say check the balance or inquiry balance. Inquiry balance. Case, if the case is 4, what do you do? Exit, right? You can either transfer, but the last case you exit. Let's say exit. If there's no option, you exit. So they give you different options. So you can go on, you can select which one is the best. So now here, we are going to use the same case statement. In a case statement which you're going to use, we need 2 things. Number 1, we need an existing table. Let's say we need an existing table. All right. Number 2, we need to create a procedure, okay, with case statement. All right, with the case statement. If I try to give you the syntax here, let me underline. Let's say syntax. There is a language which I want to mention for you, but I just forget it. Maybe if I remember, I will mention once again. So we can write the syntax like this way. So the syntax can look like this. We have, we start from the begin. Let's say begin. And normally we start from where? We start from create procedure, and then followed by the procedure name, followed by the parameters. We pass parameter. Now, followed by the begin. Next to the begin, what do we do? Next to the begin, we initialize variable or columns, right? To initialize the column here, we use the set. We use set to initialize the column. And then next part here, we use the case keyword, and which is followed by the column. And then next here, we go inside the body of the case here. We say SQL statements. You keep giving this different SQL statement there. Or before this SQL statement, you give the following. You give the following. When, and then here you pass expression. And then here you put then. And then below here, you put SQL statement. All right. And again, you give again another condition, because remember, we need to execute multiple, SQL, conditions. When, and again here, expression, then you put SQL statement, and the last what we do here, the last part we do end case, and then you end your what? You end your if else, right? Keeping in mind that during exam, I'll ask you the syntaxes. So you need to know when I say give the syntax, you need to know which syntax I'm mentioning, right? So now let's create the table. And before we create the table, let me tell you what we're going to do. So we are going to create a table which is called department. A table name is going to be called department. Inside the department, we need to check the condition as follows. We need to change the name of our department from, let's say, we want to change the department name from IT to department D1 or department 1, department 2, department 3 in such a way by using the switch as statement. All right. So let's create the table here. Okay. All right. So inside this table, inside this department table, let us insert something here. Let's say insert into department. So we're going to insert some values there. So we're going to put value inside. Let's say we're going to put CIS, we're going to put IT, we're going to put Faculty of Business Administration, we're going to put Faculty of Science, Faculty of Science. Let me put it this way. All right, so, all right. Which one? Huh? Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. So we put the following. We put IT. We put the Faculty of Business Administration. We put Faculty of Religious Studies. Okay. We put this four. Okay. So we have this table. Simple table. We have this table with the following columns here. So we're going to use the if else statement just to create based on the condition. For example, we want each department to be, instead of having CIS, we can say D1 is IT, D2 is a CIS, D3 is a Faculty of Business Administration, Faculty of Religion. So we can give the names of like that one, D1, D2, like that way. So what we're gonna do here, let's go inside the procedure. We say delimiter, and then we say create procedure. Procedure, and then it's gonna be our procedure name is going to be department DPT-Pro, department Pro, and we pass in, let's say we pass in this department, we say in department varchar. Even if you want here, you can declare. Let's try to see here. You may make like this way, right? And then here you say declare. You can use declare. Is it declare? Yeah, you can use declare DPT or department, let's say to be varchar 20, right? So you can either use, you can even use that one. It can be acceptable. You can use that case also. It can accept it, right? So Or you can, instead of declaring like this way, you can give different names, but oh yeah. Okay, let me put dpt1 varchar 20. Let's say set dpt1 is equal to department. All right, so let me declare like this way. I didn't set the variable here. I just passed the variable, then I declare, I mean this column here, but here I give the type here, right? The type here. So in this part here, let's say case. These are the case one case. Let our case start like this way. dpt1 or department. Let me say yes, department. Let's say the department which we passed here is going to be the case. Now we say when, let's say IT, when condition, we take one of the value which we have there. When is IT, then update. You're going to change, put the body here. We say update department. We update the department by setting dpt to be equal to D1, where department dpt is equal to D, right? Let me set it this way. And again, we say when faculty of business IT, then update department, I'm not sure if I wrote well, set dpt is equal to department 2, where dp is equal to dpt. You end it like this way. And here you say else update department. Let's say else update department, set dpt is equal to, let's say O stand for others. Let's say others, other, where department, this, I think this is going to change all. This will change all, we'll update all of them. So here we say end case, and I think it's gonna, oh, I made the mistake somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I made a mistake somewhere. I made the mistake somewhere. I noticed I made some mistake somewhere. Here, this is the one which I have to change. Okay. Let me erase once again. I'm going to erase and then create once again. Same, don't worry. If you are there, or again, me there. Create a procedure, procedure. What is this? Procedure name is DP Pro in department. All right, so we begin in this way by setting, let's say, set all right, and then it's a paste dpt, and then it's a when we have IT, then update department, set dpt is equal to d1, and again here I say when FBA Packard Business Administration, then update department set dpt is equal to department 2. Oh, I forgot again semicolon. How to go up here? Okay. Else update department set dpt is equal to others. All right, so and case yeah. Where did I miss? I miss in the D1, right? Okay. All right, so now we look here. Please let me erase. I'll show you here. This is the correct one. Okay, this is the correct one. I missed semicolon here. That's why it was there. Okay, that's why it throw there. Already exists, right? So I cannot create two of them. I cannot create the second one. Already is there. So you write this one. This is the correct one. All right. So now let's check. Show. Okay. So now now let's check. Select style from department. Now let's call it. Call dipt pro, right? Dipt pro. Let me pass IT. Okay. It affects all the laws. It's affect all the laws to become what? D1, right? Because we have only one column here. So we need to change. All right, let's go. So now if we try to check here, select start from department, they already became D1, right? That's what I mentioned, right? Pardon me? Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm mentioning here. Pardon me? Yes. That's what I mentioned there. In this part here, look here. In this part which we have here, when a department is equal to IT, somewhere in this variable which you declared here, in the beginning of the set here, we set the department. Look here. The department column which you have here is the same as this. So it's updating all of them because we have only a single column. We have only a single column. And look here as well. Set, we didn't define which department we want to take. Update, department set. Here we're supposed to put a condition, right? Update, department, set. D1 is equal to here, where IT, where department is equal to IT. So then there, it will get it. In this part here, we didn't put where, give a condition where we have to go. So it look all department, it takes only the column here. Whatever value we have in a department is going to update them. So here there's a bit change which you can include. Okay. So you put here, like the previous one, we put here where DPT is equal to IT. And then it's going to look to that one. Next, where DPT is equal to FB. Then it's going to check that one. Right? So it's going to check. So it's going to update one by one. If it is not there, then it's going to update all two. If one of the values is not here, then it's going to update to others. Okay. All right, so this was all about the switch case.